everyone! In today's video, we're going to explain what was the ancien régime and what happened to the society of the modern age. For that, today's special guest is a very important historian, which is José Morales. How are you?
I'm fine, I'm really good, thanks. The ancient regime is a historical period between the modern age. We can describe it by a social, political, and economic system based on statements.
Ah, on the state system. Yeah, I remember that from school. I know some stuff of it. So it's the one that it's based on privilege and not privilege groups, social groups.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. So why don't you get started with it? Come on.
Yes.
The ancien regime was based in two different huge groups called states. The lower one, without any privilege, was formed by the peasantry and the bourgeoisie. Then, without the privileged one, which was formed by the nobility, the clergy, and of course the royal family.
The peasantry was the biggest social group formed by the majority of the population. Most of them worked as serfs of the nobility or clergy, working on their lands. They had to pay rents to them and also to the king, and they had to pay the tithe to the church too. The serfs couldn't leave the lands without permission of their serf.
Oof, poor peasantry. Then the next one would be the bourgeoisie, right? A non-privileged state, but that could be actually more degenerated than the privileged one. This state was mainly formed by doctors, artisans, and traders. As we can see, the power of the privileged state was not directly related to the money and the economic goods they had. It's just determined by its birth.
The clergy was a privileged statement formed by two groups: the high clergy, bishops, archbishops, and the pope. Normally was the people of the nobility, and the low clergy, formed by priests and monks. These people worked for the not privileged statement and lived in very poor conditions, like the majority of population. This was the unique form for the poor people to get some studies.
The nobility was divided into high nobility and lower nobility. The higher nobility had huge properties, received taxes from the rest of the population, and had all of the privilege a citizen could have. The higher nobility consisted of dukes, marquises, counts, viscounts, barons. On the other hand, we found the lower nobility, with a worse economical situation, and for that reason they usually tried to establish marriage with the degenerated bourgeois. It consisted of lords, knights, noblemen. Just as a curiosity, we can say that Don Quixote de la Mancha was a nobleman. And yes, it was. But the thing is that, as we can see, it was not very degenerated. But the privileged state doesn't depend on the quantity of money you have and the economic power you have. It just depends on the state you was born. Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain what was the ancien Beautiful. Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to explain what was the ancien régime and what happened to the society of the modern age. For that, we have a special guest for this video, and it is José Morales, a very important historian. José, pero estabas... ¡Mierda, puto! Hello Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain, well, no,